Both 2D and 3D platformer games are some of the most fun video games to just pick up and play at any given time, and the Nintendo Switch definitely has a good amount. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 Nintendo Switch platformer games that I believe you need to have in your collection. But before we get right into it, I just want to say thank you all so much for getting me to over 1,500 plus subscribers. And to give a little bit of extra thanks, I'm going to be giving away not just one, not just two, but three $10 Nintendo eShop gift cards. So if you would like a chance to win one of these, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment letting me know your favorite Nintendo Switch platformer game. And on the next video, I will be announcing the winners. So the first game that I'm going to be talking about on this list is a pretty recent release, and that is Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. And this is a really fun 3D platformer which is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch right now. And for those who don't know what this series is, basically you do control a monkey in a ball, and as you move him through the stage, it also tilts the stage around, so you have to try to stay on the stage without falling off and get to the goal at the end. Now this game adds a few new mechanics like the spin dash, which is basically like the Sonic the Hedgehog spin dash and allows you to go really fast, which is a lot of fun. And what I like about this game is that you can play it however you want. You can go for all the collectibles, or you can just try to get to the goal as fast as possible. And that also involves possibly finding some shortcuts on the levels, which is a lot of fun as well. This game also adds a lot of online modes, competitive and also co-op, and it's a really fun and unique 3D platformer to just pick up and play here and there anytime. And another feature that it has for newcomers of the series like me is that if you lose so many certain times on the stage, it'll activate this kind of ghost mode that you can use where you can see your character as a ghost and follow him to the goal, because there are certain levels that get kind of puzzle-like where you might not know what to do. But I definitely highly recommend this for your Nintendo Switch collection. An absolute must-have for fans of 2D platformers on the Nintendo Switch is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This game is fantastic. It has the great music from David Wise, great visuals, really creative and fun 2D platforming, and really challenging. And another cool thing is the different Kongs that you can play as, using all of their different abilities. And like I said, this game is definitely really challenging to the point that it can be a bit frustrating at times. But for those who don't want that tough as nails old school challenge, you can play the new Funky Kong mode, which definitely makes this game more accessible for everyone. But however you play this game, I would just suggest, if you're a fan of 2D platformers, just make sure that you play it. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury together as a whole package might possibly be my favorite 3D Mario game of all time. 3D World is just so much fun, just trying to play every level and find all the collectibles, switching it up, playing as all the different characters. But Bowser's Fury, wow, I don't know why I took so long to play that game, but it is just so much fun playing a true open world sandbox 3D Super Mario game. Just being able to go to the different islands, being able to just fly across the water and turn into Giga Cat Mario and fight Giga Bowser is just a lot of fun in this game. The visuals in both of these games look absolutely fantastic, and this is definitely a must-own for 3D Mario fans and 3D platformer games who have a Nintendo Switch. If you haven't played Bowser's Fury yet, you definitely need to, because I feel like they're definitely going to use that open world formula for the next big 3D Mario game on the next Nintendo console. The Disney Classic Games Collection is definitely a must-own for fans of Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis era 2D platformers. My favorite on this package is the Aladdin games, you get both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis versions of those games, and they're both completely different. And you also get all versions of the Jungle Book on this package. And for those who think Dark Souls is a tough game, try beating The Lion King, because that is a really fun but really tough as nails 2D platformer. These games are just a lot of value all in one package. I believe you can still get this for like 20 bucks. So definitely a must own for Nintendo Switch platformer fans. And this is also multi-platform in case you're watching this video and you don't have a Switch. Now, every time I talk about new Super Lucky's Tale, I love to show off how they gave this game the first party treatment with the inlay artwork. But let's talk about the actual game. This is without a doubt one of my favorite 3D platformers of all time. In my opinion, it has the same type of quality that you get in the 3D Mario games. And it also kind of reminds me of the Kirby games, even though most of those aren't in 3D. But this game just offers a lot of level variety. You have your standard 3D platformer levels, which you're trying to find the collectibles in. And you also have your 2D auto side-scroller levels. And you also have some puzzle-solving levels, some good boss battles in this game, a lot of variety with that great visuals, really fun gameplay. You can also change outfits on Lucky, kind of like in Super Mario Odyssey, where you get to change the outfits. And I just really cannot recommend this game enough. If you are a Nintendo Switch collector and you like platformers, you need this one in your collection without a doubt. Now, once again, I've got to shout out my boy, Radbash Gaming, for putting me on to Broforce. This game is a really fun 2D platformer, run and gun, kind of shoot 'em up, where you get to actually play as classic movie characters like Rambo, Neo from The Matrix, and a bunch of others, Blade, and they all have their own unique mechanics. They'll have the weapons that they wield in their respective movies, and this game is just non-stop action. It's a lot of fun to play co-op if you can get at least one other person to play with, but it is fun to play single player as well. And this game is really just truly non-stop action. It does get pretty difficult the further you progress in it, but it's definitely worth playing, and this game is just so much fun. I got my cousin to play this one with me, and at first he was kind of like, I don't really want to play that. And when I got him to play this game with me, he got to experience firsthand how fun this game is. This is just one of those games that you really have to play it yourself to truly experience how good and how fun this game is. So I know it's not your typical 2D platformer, it's a run and gun, but it's definitely a lot of fun and definitely a must own. Mario vs. Donkey Kong isn't your typical 2D platformer either, as this game is a puzzle platformer, and I know it's not your big 2D Mario adventure, but in my opinion, this game is pretty underrated and is just a lot of fun. The visuals look good. It also has the addition of co-op, which the original Game Boy Advance game did not have, I believe. And I like the pacing in this game. It starts you off kind of slow and easy, but the further you go, it ramps up the difficulty, and toward the ending, it does get pretty challenging and really makes you use your brain for these puzzles. The boss fights with Donkey Kong are actually pretty cool as well, and I just think this game definitely deserves more love. If you're a fan of the 2D Mario games, I definitely think this game is worth checking out and is a worthy addition to any Nintendo Switch collection. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, in my opinion, perfectly converted Kirby from a 2D platformer to a 3D platformer. This game is just so much fun. It has the usual beautiful visuals that Kirby games are known for, and I really love the new mouthful mode in this game. Kirby swallowing a car and essentially becoming the car, being able to zip through the levels is just so much fun. Kirby turning into a soda machine that can shoot out soda cans is a really cool transformation as well. And even the cone Kirby, where you can just kind of ground pound the ground and find things that way. This game is just so creative. I love the settings in this. especially like that amusement park carnival world. The worlds in this game are really charming, really appealing. The boss battles are fun and actually do offer a little bit of a challenge. I know Kirby games are known for being easy, but this game does offer some challenge as well with the little side levels that you find, the little challenge levels where you have to beat them at a certain amount of time. And also finding all the collectibles can give you a little more challenge with this as well. This game is just so much fun, offers co-op. This is a no-brainer, must-own 3D platformer for the Nintendo Switch. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is a game that I was hooked on from start to finish. The visuals in this game are just breathtaking. They really stepped it up in that department. The characters even have facial expressions and everything as you play the game. The co-op in this game is fantastic, whether you play local or online co-op. It works great and is a lot of fun. And the gameplay is just so challenging, just a breath of fresh air compared to what we got with that long series of the new Super Mario Brothers games, which I don't hate, and they aren't bad games, but it just felt like they dragged that series on for too long. So to finally get a brand new 2D Mario platformer that is something different and is a lot of fun is just such a breath of fresh air. This is definitely a must-own, in my opinion, in every Nintendo Switch collection. I feel like you need to have this game in your collection, and if you're sleeping on this game and have not played it yet, maybe you might not like it as much as Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3, but I feel like you'll think it at least comes close and is one of the best 2D Mario games of all time. Now, my last pick for this video might be a bit controversial, but I just had to put it here because I feel like Kirby Star Allies is still a really good co-op game. This game is pretty much made to be co-op, and it is a really simple 2D Kirby platformer, but this is just the type of game you can play with anyone. You can play this game with people who don't play video games. You can play it with young children, but the reason why I think it's a must-own for Kirby fans at least is because you get to team up with pretty much every friend that Kirby ever had in every game, and even all the villains from the game. So it definitely has a lot of fan service for Kirby fans there. And honestly, I have not made it that far in the game yet because I usually try to play this game with other people. And actually, I'm going to get my kids to play through this one with me so I can finally beat it. But I also heard that the post-game offers a really difficult challenge. So that's it for this video. If you stuck with me till the end, I really appreciate you. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo Switch and gaming related content.